So this is a story of antiquated technology meeting up with modern technology. As you can see, I've got a few records here. It's a bit of a touchy subject between my wife and I. She kind of says that I've taken up the entire spare bedroom with records. She says there's records in the living room, there's records in my mother's house, there's records on every horizontal surface in the house. Anyways, we're not going to get into that right now. We're just going to say there's a few records in my place. Okay, so this story begins in Jamaica, Queens, that is. This is an area of New York with a high concentration of Jamaican immigrants. One day I'm in VP Records, which is a very well-known distributor and seller of Jamaican vinyl. And I'm in there and I hear this song and I'm, what is that? I've never heard this before. So I ask the guy behind the counter, I say, who is that? Who's that artist? And he says, that's Alborosie. And I say, Alborosie? Who's Alborosie? And he said, him bad. I said, yeah, he's pretty bad. So Alborosie was an artist from Italy that I'd never heard of before. This is the record right here. Alborosie, 2 Times Revolution. This is the record that in about, 2008 got me into this guy. So this is a guy who's a reggae artist who hails from Italy and has done pretty well for himself. So I'm sitting on a beach in Thailand, sipping on a chang, looking at a beautiful sunset, having a good time. There's this little tiki hut that's playing some reggae music, and I say to myself, who is that? What's that group? I've never heard them before. I actually say it out loud, and this Kiwi who's sitting next to me says, that's Fat Freddy's Drop. I said, who? He says, that's Fat Freddy's Drop. I said, okay. So this is apparently a reggae band from New Zealand that I had never heard about. So, I enjoyed the rest of the night, enjoyed the rest of my trip, and when I got back to Canada, I thought I'd do some research. I thought I'd look into Fat Freddy's Drop and see who they were. So Fat Freddy's Drop is a New Zealand group that does reggae and sort of electronic music. Very, very cool group. Very good stuff that they put out. Okay, so now, fast forward many, many years to present day. I've decided to enroll in technological education bachelor program, Brock University. Some of you in the room may have heard about this. Anyways, I decided that I'm going to do that. Decide I need a new computer because I don't even have a computer. I'm not really a computer guy, not super tech savvy, but I'm going to join the 21st century. I'm going to get a computer. Never had a laptop in my life, so why not? Now's the time. So I get a brand new MacBook Pro, and I say to myself, oh, they've got a deal on right now where they're offering 5 apps, Pro Apps bundle they call it, for $200. I said, okay, sure, why not? I'll get that. The main focus of getting these apps was to get the Final Cut editing system. So the apps that came with it were Final Cut, Motion, Logic, and I don't even know what the other 2 apps are, but I've got them. There's a project that comes up in one of the classes, this Genius Hour project. Genius Hour. I said, what's Genius Hour? So Genius Hour is something wherein you choose a topic that is interesting to you and you work towards accomplishing that concept. Okay, sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty good. Let's do it. So I choose to learn how to edit on the Final Cut editing software. It's a challenge, right? It's a good challenge, good idea. You've done well in coming up with this for yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Great idea. So I began editing. I began creating bins. I began creating folders. I began manipulating the timeline. I began creating handles, adjusting audio levels, creating fades, dissolves, importing title cards, voiceover, you name it. I managed to figure all that out. So in the end, I was able to teach myself how to learn the basics of the Final Cut editing system. I was able to create a film on a topic that I, am quite passionate about, and I did learn a lot of things. It was quite the learning process. Very, very short time frame to make it happen, but did make it happen. And that's the end result.